Alex from Moissanite Flex Jewelry, and today I'm going to answer the most asked questions about Moissanite on the internet. So hopefully can help you guys make a better, faster, easier decision when purchasing your engagement ring. So let's just hop into it. Very first one, is Moissanite as good as a diamond? Yes. The reason why is one, it is almost as hard as a diamond. It's a 9.5 on 10, which diamond is 10 on 10. So it is extremely durable. In terms of like the sparkliness, people really love Moissanite because it's actually twice as sparkly as a diamond, and so it does have a really nice brilliance. And when you're thinking about an engagement ring, that is probably one of the most important things. You know, you really kind of want that wow statement, and you will get that with a Moissanite. 2, is a Moissanite engagement ring tacky? I think what people mean is, when they're asking that, is actually like, will it look fake? Like, will it look like bad or kitsch? And I think that really stems from the fact that Moissanite is a much more affordable option, and so a lot of people tend to go really big with their center stones. Like, it's very easy to buy a 2, 3, 4, 5 carat Moissanite versus, you know, a diamond engagement ring. A lot of people cap at 1 carat. So because it is a lot easier to go at a much higher carat weight, sometimes, you know, you end up with very big center stones, and I think that's kind of what may give it its tacky look. I also think it's not something you guys should really worry about, because I mean, what somebody else may like, you may not like, so it really comes down to that. If you like a certain aesthetic, for sure Moissanite will not look the same as a diamond. It does have a lot more of like a colored look, like a colored refraction to it than a diamond will, which is actually very sought after from a lot of people when they're buying. And so it really just depends on what you like. A lot of people don't like diamonds because it's not as sparkly, so I feel like this is a question that you really just have to make your own decision on. 3, can you pass your Moissanite off as a diamond? Yes and no. So like I mentioned earlier, refraction of a Moissanite is a lot stronger than a diamond. It also doesn't sparkle in the same way. So when you see a really high quality cut diamond, it has a very specific brilliance. I'll link to a photo in the video here so you can see the comparison, but it doesn't sparkle the same way as a Moissanite does. Moissanite has a lot more of like a colorful refraction, and so I find that you can really tell the difference when you start to go like 1.5, 2 carats and up. Because the bigger that the center stone gets, it's like it becomes bigger and easier and magnifying the fact that the refraction isn't the same. And so you will be able to tell quite quickly that it is a Moissanite. And so for people who are buying Moissanite as a diamond alternative because they're not within the diamond price points, then I would say to stay under 2 carats to better kind of pass it as a diamond, let's say. 4, so will Moissanite last forever? Yes, it can. Just like a diamond, your Moissanite can last for a very, very long time. I think what it comes down to is really the way that you maintain and care for your jewelry. Fine jewelry is something that does require maintenance over the years. It's like a car, you know, every few years you have to bring it in for general checkups, general maintenance. Well, you have to kind of take something that you're wearing every single day with the same kind of like mentality and same kind of care. And so if you're wearing your ring every single day for like the rest of your life, you know, it's something that you might want to consider doing, say, every 7 to 10 years, maybe going in, getting checkups, repolishing, making sure all the prongs are perfectly intact. You know, when you're wearing a ring, this is what we consider kind of like the high wearer zones. And what that means is that they're in areas that are constantly in contact with things. So like our hands are constantly moving, which means that you may not notice it, but there's a high chance that you're constantly hitting it on surfaces, which will over time, I don't want to say erode because it's like too much, but it can have some wear and tear. So by going in and having it checked up, by like coming back in with me, then we check all of these things and we make sure that it's okay. So 5, do Moissanite rings get cloudy? No, they don't. I think that's because CZs, like cubic zirconians, will actually go cloudy over time. Like if you buy old costume jewelry, you can see that a lot of the CZs have actually gotten like a milky color. Moissanites will not do the same thing. They are synthetic as well, but it's really not the same stone, and it's nothing that you should worry about. Is a 2 carat moissanite too big? That's your decision. Again, it's an aesthetic choice. I think it also depends on the size of your fingers. If you have like a 3.5 ring size, then 2 carat and up can start to get very big on you. I don't know if it's necessary to have such a big stone, unless unless you're going big and bougie and that's what you want, then 100%. But I'm a size 5, and I think that a 3 carat is totally fine for me. So I think it's really just kind of a personal preference. Also, it depends on, like, are you really sporty? Do you wear gloves at work? These are all things that will kind of like influence the comfortability of your ring, right? If you're constantly doing sports and like you're wearing a big huge 4 carat and it's constantly getting stuck on things, then that might not be the best option for you. Or if you're in a job, say like a nurse, and you have to take off gloves, well, having a much higher carat could be cumbersome for you, so maybe not. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. If you do have any more questions or questions that you want to ask that were not answered in this video, just leave them down below, and we always try to answer within like the next 2 hours. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more jewelry videos or more tips and tricks. Alright, bye guys!